It's Dave here, back with another edition of Cards and Dice here on the channel as I try to do a live shoot today. I got a very different setup than I did last night, and hopefully it all works. As I have my overhead camera on right now, if everything's going well, and then I have my cards I've overlaid. So let's see how this does here. I have read down, we're playing at the Forum as it's Montreal and Boston. And just for the sake of argument, I put Dryden in the net, who's rated an A for Montreal, and Cheever is in net for Boston, and he's rated a D. I don't know why he's rated a D. Cheever, that's really something else. 57 and 14, you look on the card here. He's only rated a D. Montreal did roll B offense, so that gives Boston a little help. But still, the advantage at home is heavily in Montreal's favor today. So we're going to play a little bit. I'm not sure how long I'll go today, but let's see how this works out with the live stream here. And hopefully this view works out for you. It's kind of funky here on my end, but let's give it a go. So here's the opening face-off. It is 1970-71 Montreal against 1970-71 Boston. And I'm just kind of testing the setup here. So let's roll this and see how this goes. All right. So we kick things off here. So 2 minutes off the clock as I got my scoreboard going here. And that's a 14. So actually that's a chance for Boston. So Boston coming in as the underdog here is going to get a scoring chance. So that is going to be, well, 4 is all over the place. 4 and an 8. That's going to be F on the Boston chart. And it looks like Johnny McKenzie, Pie McKenzie's going to get the first scoring chance of the game. McKenzie comes in. That is a 6 under here. Oh, that looks good. From the slot, a shot is attended to score. And 2 minutes into this game, Johnny McKenzie puts Boston up 1-0. Let's take a look at the assists right now as they started the second line here. So assists, we got 2, 2, and 6. So we got it's the second line D on there, and it's going to be a number 6, and then the white dice is 2. So the center, so Stanfield gets an assist along with Busick. Yeah, so the whole line cashes in on this goal right here. Let me write that down. Hang on one second. I might keep track of some of this here. So it's McKenzie, Stanfield, and Busick on the goal. Actually, I have a score sheet I should use, but anyway. So let me just see if I can mark that down. So anyway, yeah, so 1-0 Boston here in the first couple of minutes. And, oh, the chat room's already jumping on here. Didn't expect that. I'm just kind of doing a test here. RF, where do you find this game? Actually, what I will do when I'm done is you have to email the person who created the game, and it's really inexpensive. They will send you PDFs of everything you see here. Okay, so the cards I have superimposed. I just kind of took a picture of them. I had them printed and took a picture of them. You get all the charts and everything. I'll see if I can put the chart in here under the camera. See some of the charts that you got here as well. So you send all the stuff in here. You just get an email with PDFs, and then you print it out, and you provide your own dice in the whole bit. So I'm not very good at it. I'm still learning it. Hi, Dave Little. So hopefully it looks okay. I'm trying a different setup. It's actually an overhead shot with some layouts. Yesterday I did the iPad, and I think the iPad is going to come out better, but I can't go live with the iPad. So we're just going to try this out today. I don't know how it all looks here. But yeah, I will put the, it's a Yahoo email address. Off the top of my head, I don't remember it. But he got back to me really fast. You just pay with PayPal. He sends you a price list. You go to the PayPal. You just send him some money. You add up. I think it was $27. I got the game with all the charts and 4 seasons, and it was $27. And then I went to Staples and had it printed, but I could print it at the house if I wanted to. So hey, Sports Time Machine's in here. Yeah, you know what I did? I went to the craft store today. Not that I want to take up too much more of your time here talking about this, but I went to the craft store. And I bought all this felt that you can see right here, okay? And they were 49 cents for these things, okay? 49 cents. And I bought like 10 colors for all the different teams. So if I'm playing home at a certain rink, I can put this underneath it. And then I have obviously here this this app here on my phone. Let's see, it was a free scoreboard. So if I do the math here, that was 49 cents. That was free. So it didn't really cost me anything to set this up today as I'm playing. And I just want to see how it would look with the cards kind of superimposed on the screen. And so far, it seems to be okay. I don't know how good the scoreboard looks. But anyway, so let's continue on with that game here. 1-0 Boston. That was McKenzie from Stanfield and Busick. So here we go. We're going to roll the dice again. So 2 more minutes come off the clock. We're down to 16 minutes. And that's a 24. And that is nothing going for anybody right here. So we're going to continue some play. 2 more minutes off the clock. We're down to 14 minutes, 32, and that is almost a penalty on Boston. They're going to let that go. 2 more minutes off the clock, and that's a 25, and still a lot of nothing. The teams are playing very tight here after Boston went up 1-0. So now, 3 minutes off the clock, and that is a 21, and that is no chances for anybody right now. We continue on with play here. 1 minute comes off the clock. 8 minutes ago on the first 51. And, almost a chance for Montreal, but they could not complete the pass. And now 2 more off the clock. That is a 33, and it's a penalty on the Bruins. Delayed call on Boston right now. And let's see who that penalty is on as I look at my penalty chart. And that is the blue dice is number 4 and then a 7, so 4 and 7, X2 or Z3 on the Bruins. So X2, so there's 1, 2, 3 X2s on the Bruins. Did I say Z as well? A Z3. I don't have a Z3. So let me see. I'm going to roll for the penalty. What I like to do on this is, they say that everybody's supposed to get a penalty. I don't. I like to... Yeah, there is a fast action card method to this. I actually think I like the dice better because with the fast action cards, they have the random numbers on there that are pre-printed. But with the dice, you could actually roll the same number in the dice 100 times. And that can't happen with a fast action card. So I like how the dice works out. So I'm going to roll here. So on my Bruins team, it looks like I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to roll the black dice for the Bruins. And so 1, 2, 3. So we'll go back to the top guy here. So Wayne Cashman is going to be in the box for 2 minutes for the Bruins. I also I bought a whole bunch of colored dice today so I could roll for the different teams if I need to, just to kind of have an added effect. So Cashman's in the box for 2 minutes. Montreal on the power play here. And let's see, that's a 41. So no chances for anybody. I don't need the blue dice right now, so let's continue on. And that is a scoring chance for Montreal on the power play. So Montreal with a scoring chance. Let's see who's going to take this shot here. So that's a 1 and then a 7 on the chart here. So A. Ivan Conway on the power play. The power play usually has pretty good chances to score here, especially if it's a high number. So I get a 3, a 5, and a 1. So 3 is from the slot and a 6, and that is a score for the Canadiens. That's a power play goal. Ivan Conway on the power play. Let's see who gets the assists on that goal for Montreal. As you roll the dice here, the game is now tied. So let's see. So third line defense is out there, if that matters. It's going to be the left wing and the center. So let's see, Conway is the right wing. So Conway is from Bellevue and Mahavlich out there. Frank Mahavlich getting the assist to tie this game at 1-1. So that's a power play goal for the Canadiens. And we're tied here in the first period. So now we're going to continue on here. So 2 more minutes off the clock. We're down to 4 minutes to play. It's a 25. Nothing going on right now. 2 more minutes off the clock, down to 2 minutes, a 44. And, almost a penalty on Montreal, but nothing doing on that one there. And that's going to run it out in the period here, a 43. That's a penalty on the Canadiens. 43 is a penalty on Montreal. Bruins will get a power play to start. That's a 1, 3, and a 4 on my penalty chart. And so that would be T or X for the Canadiens. So I have a lot of players here for Montreal with T's and X's. Actually, 1, 2, 3 T's. So I'm going to roll the Canadian dice here. And so 1, 2, so that's going to be, according to my chart, that is going to be Tremblay. So J.C. Tremblay, the defenseman, will sit in the box. And that ends the first period. So we go to the second. And the score is 1-1. Boston starts the second period on the man advantage here. Thanks everybody tuning in today. Just a little afternoon test of my new live setup here. We'll see how this goes. All right, Bruins on the power play here. So we click off 1 minute. And that's a 25. And that is nothing for anybody. And a 26, and nothing either. So we continue on. Montreal kills off that penalty. 3 minutes come off the clock now, and that's a 31. And almost a penalty for the Bruins there. No penalty at all right now. Again, we're still in the second period. 1-1 from the Forum here. And 2 minutes off the clock now, and a 65. That is a chance for the Canadians. Canadians looking to take the lead. And 2-8, my shooter ID chart says this is player G on the Canadians. And that would be Ferguson, the fourth liner. Ferguson, he's going to take his shot from the slot. It's a 4, no goal. That is a save by Cheevers. Ew. So I need a Zamboni. Oh, you should see what I have coming tonight. I have something special planned here. Not for today, but later on my channel. I do have something special planned when I play some of my playoff games. But I'm not going to spoil that. I'm going to tease it, but I'm not going to spoil it. I think you guys might like it. All right, so we continue on here. 2 minutes off the clock here, and that's a 61. That's another chance for Montreal. Canadians testing Cheevers right now. And that's 5 and 4, so that is going to be E. E is Mark Tardif, so Tardif with the chance. Tardif steps into the shot from the face-off circle of 4, and that is no goal. Cheevers again with another big save for the Bruins. So now we got, let's see, 1, 2 more. Is that 2? Yeah, that's 2 off the clock. 65, Montreal again. And 5 and 6 is I, and I is Mickey Redmond. Redmond on the Canadians there. He's going to take his shot. Redmond from the face-off circle with a 7. No goal. Cheevers standing strong again in the Boston net. Montreal is taking over here. 1 minute off the clock. That's a 55, and it's another chance for the Canadians. Canadians piling up the shots. 2 and 5. So this time it's going to be K. K is Rashad. Henry Rashad now. He moves in from the faceoff circle. Shot saved by Cheevers. He is making all kinds of saves right now for the Bruins. So 3 minutes off the clock. 5 minutes to go in the second. And we have a 21. No chance for anybody right there. We play on. Boston surviving here. 3 minutes off the clock. We're down to 2 now. 62. It's a chance for Montreal. They're piling it on here at the Forum today. And 1-8. And this is E. So this is going to be Tardif. Mark Tardif. He's looking to shoot. Oh, boy, this looks good here from the slot. It's a 7. Score! So Tardif puts this one in for Montreal. And they lead this one 2-1. Let's see if we can pick up the assists on that goal. So Tardif is on the third line, as they've done some damage today. So I roll third line out with defensive line 1 and left wing and 6. So the left winger is Tardif. And 6 in the defensive line is Tremblay. So Tardif and the defenseman Tremblay, and Montreal goes up 2-1 here late in the first period. We're going to roll this. So this is going to finish out the period here. 53, no chance for anybody. And actually that would kill the period. So at the end of 2 periods, Montreal leads Boston 2-1. We go to the third. Here from the forum. Oh, there we go. 20 minutes on the clock. And hey, Bobby, I bet you tuned in to see body painting. Yep, no body painting today. We got some cards and dice here. So, here we go. Third period, Montreal and Boston. So, a couple of minutes tick off the clock. 63. It's a chance for the Canadians again. And this is 1 and 8. So, this is going to be E. Oh, again, Tardif with another chance. Mark Tardif, his shot on Cheevers from the face-off circle is stopped by Cheevers. So, Boston hanging in there. Whoa, I got to roll the blue again. I'll leave it at 2. 1, 2. And 56. Montreal again piling up the shots. This time it's a shot by R. Ooh, who is R? R is Lemaire. Jacques Lemaire. He's going to tee one up on Cheevers. And from the face-off circle of 5, no goal. Saved by Jerry Cheevers. He's been busy in that Boston net. 1 minute ticks off the clock. And an 11. Hey, it's a chance for Boston finally. The Bruins with a chance. They haven't had a scoring chance in quite some time. So we got 3 and 7. And that's going to be A. So Phil Esposito finally getting a shot for the Bruins here. Esposito, he's going to shoot from the slot with a 9. And that's a score! Esposito for Boston. And this ties the game at 2-2. Let's see who got the assists on that play. Esposito out there on the first line. So he's out there with defensive line 3. So the center and the left defense, actually. So Esposito is his own center. So the left defense on line 3 would be Bobby Orr. So Esposito from Orr. And this game is tied at 2-2. And we move on. 15 minutes to play in this one. Oh, 3 minutes comes off the clock now. And 41, that is a major penalty. So let's see who sits in the box now for the major penalty. So we're going to roll first for Boston. And that's a 2 and 7. So Y or Z2 for Boston. And so we got a couple of Ys there. So let me get my Boston dice and see who that's going to be. So it's the second Y. So Dallas Smith, I believe. So Dallas Smith, 5 for fighting. And for Montreal, let's see who Montreal major penalty is on. And that is 4 and 3. So Y2 or S. And I have 1 S and no Y2s. So that's Mahavlich. So Smith and Mahavlich are in the box right now. 5 minutes for fighting. So we get back to our game action right now. 2-2 our score here in the third period. And Bobby said he knew Cheevers' family from the Westfield area. Yeah, I've actually bumped into Cheevers a couple times, you know, being up here in the Boston area myself. I've actually bumped into O'Reilly, Terry O'Reilly, last year at the flea market. The golf game that I got at the flea market, I bumped into Terry O'Reilly up there. I didn't bug him, though. All right, so 2 more off the clock, 10 minutes to play, and this is a 21, and no chance for anybody. And the major penalties are now up, and 61 is a chance for the Canadians here with 7 minutes to play. So 6 and 11. Wow, so that's a Q. Who's Q on the Canadians? That is Peter Mahavlich. Peter Mahavlich now with a chance. 4 and 7, face-off circle. No goal. Saved by Cheevers, keeping them in this one. 7 minutes to play. Now we're down to 4 minutes to play. That's a 25. So it's nobody coming down to crunch time here. Oh boy, last minute to play in this one. It's a 24. Nothing happening. So final chance here. It's 2-2 in the third. And it's a 55. It's a chance for Montreal in the final minute of play. That's how it goes, folks. So it's going to be K. K is Richard. Richard with a chance to win it in the final minute. Whoa! Hang on a sec. That rolled a 3 on the ground. And a 4-3 from the faceoff circle. Forwards, no goal, saved by Cheevers. And that will do it. So the final score here in Montreal in 1970-71 exhibition game, it is Boston 2 and Montreal 2. Just recap the scoring real quick. It was McKenzie from Stanfield and Busick to get Boston on the board. Then on the power play, Cormier assist to Bellevue, and Frank Mahavlich tied it up. Montreal went up 2-1 on a goal by Tardif, assisted by Tremblay. And then, as you saw, Esposito from Orr would tie this one up at 2-2, and that's how this one ends. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This was just a little test to see how this would go, just to see how this view works. Kind of stole this view from Jester and a few other people, but yeah, I just want to see how my software reacted to this so I could go live instead of doing it on the iPad. But anyway, thanks everybody that tuned in. RF, thank you. I will put the email to the player, to the person who has this game in the comments when we're done here. Dave Little, thanks for tuning in. Missed you on Friday night, but I hope Hawaii is treating you well. Sports Time Machine, Mike, thanks for coming in. I look forward to seeing you on next video. Bobby Catalano, always good to see you. And anybody else that I missed, I'm so sorry. But that's another look here at my new setup here. Cards and Dice, Shootout Hockey. I'm really starting to get the hang of this game, and I'm really enjoying it. And I just want to say thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll talk to you later.